and welcome to my channel. So today we're doing day 16 of our daily December advent calendar. So it's a gingerbread man. In case you've missed it, we are doing this from Colouring Heaven Cutesy Christmas Special. I'll leave a link below for the issue. I will leave a link to the playlist of previous days up in the corner, and the particular picture, which is this advent calendar, is by Rosemary Sawana Mama, and I will leave a link in case you don't want to buy the whole Colouring Heaven. This page just by itself is available for purchase on Etsy, so I'll leave a link to that as well. So yeah, day 16 we have our gingerbread man. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be doing it in these sort of gingerbread colours. So I have my two browns here, as per usual. These are alcohol markers, but I like them because they have this fine nib. And somebody was asking about this. I'm behind. I'm really behind on my comments. I'm so sorry. But I have been reading them. I just haven't had time to reply. But somebody asked me about the Pen and Gear ones that were from Walmart. I like them. I do like them. The only issue I had is when I bought them originally, they sat in the box for about 3 months because I was in a colouring slump, and they got a bit crusty about the nib. But that scratched off, and since then everything has been fine. Okay, so sorry. Short. I do that a lot. I kind of, go down a rabbit trail. So gingerbread man, two browns. Now what I was thinking for the rest of it, well, we've got this candy cane, so I have got, because I'll be using this gold anyway for the number, I thought I would do that red and gold. So I've got the hybrid, I've got the Signo Uniball, and then I've got this just in case, that's the red hybrid, red and black hybrid, because I thought I might do his stripe on his hat. That. And look what I found. I was going to do this, the icing, the frosting, in like pastels, colours. And I did find some gel pens of those colours. And then I had a brainwave, because I always forget I have these. So these are the Duffcraft Pearl Effects. Before, which I've used on the chain, I've used the glitter glue. This is their Pearl Effects, which is perfect. I don't think it might be a bit tricky doing his bow tie, so I might do that in gel pen because it's quite narrow. But these simple things, I think I'll just use a little bit of Pearl Effects, which is fantastic because I always forget that I have these, and I nearly forgot again, and then I was just like, oh, yeah. Anyway, that is the plan for today. I will get on with it because it's short and sweet. Remember, I'm trying to do this quickly. I talk too much. I know I do. I get sidetracked too much. I know I do. So now how am I going to do the gingerbread? Shall I do him dark, or shall I? Do you know what? I think I'll do his hat dark and his eyebrows dark, and his eyes and his mouth, and then we'll do the rest of him light. So yeah, let's get going. Whiz along. It is another sunny day, but I've had things to do before. Oh, I'll just do that little dot in the middle there. I've had things to do which I would have loved to, if only I'd have known or planned my time better. When I did all the filming the other day, I could have spent all day filming, and it was a bit miserable. It started bright, but it went a bit miserable. And then today, it's been lovely all day, but I didn't have time. Oh, so we're just going to do this one picture. Yeah, I will do him like that. Let's hope he won't look like a demon gingerbread, because he's got dark eyes and mouth. Let's see. I can always go over the top of that. But yeah, it's nice to have a bit of sunshine again. It does mean it gets a bit colder, but I don't mind. I quite like that. I quite like it when it's cold, when there's a nip to the air. It's just when it rains. Just stop raining. I suppose if it was cold and it was raining, well, it wouldn't be raining, would it? It'd be snowing. And I don't think we'll get much snow in London anymore. Which is just as well, because, you know, the whole country does grind to a halt anytime there's just like, well, all the south anyway. You know, the hint of snow. And it's the apocalypse, apparently. No one can deal with it. Everything grinds to a halt. It's embarrassing. You know, there'll be like half a centimetre or something. And they were just like, ah, snow. I'm the same. I don't even, I'm not even pointing the finger at other people to say, oh my God, what are they like? No, I'm the same. It's just like, snow. We get so desperate for it, and then the poor kids come out and they make a snowman, and the snowman's like 10 inches high, because that's all, and like all the snow is gone from the surrounding area to make this 10-inch high snowman. It's hilarious. Though I know, you know, they had some snow up in Scotland the other day. So it is lurking. Do you get snow where you live? I know some of you don't. I know some of you live in Florida. You don't get snow there. Or at least not very often. It's very rare. Everybody thinks that Florida can't get cold. I remember I was once there in November, and they had this huge temperature drop. And it was so sudden. It was literally, I'm just going to do the outline. It was literally overnight. And because I think I was there in like November or something. And the day before, it had been like in the mid-70s. It was a bit chilly in the evening, but mid-70s. And then suddenly overnight it dropped, and it was like in sort of the low 60s. And it was a bit freak weather. For them, because they'd been caught out because it was quite early in the season for a frost. They had a frost, and because apparently the Disney bus driver was telling us, because nobody was ready for this frost, I'll colour this in, that they had to keep the engines running on the buses because they didn't have any, what do you call it? The thingy, you know, the stuff to stop the water, freezing in the engine. I'm having a complete brain fart there about the word I'm looking at. Antifreeze. Oh, I knew I'd get there in the end. They had no antifreeze in the buses at the time because it caught them out. So yeah, they were saying about how the some of them had to keep the drivers in to just keep the buses ticking over, so that they had buses running early in the mornings. What should we do? So I think, because I want to tie it just in a little bit there, I've got my pink and blue shift as well. I'm just going to do his stripy hat in this bit. Yeah, because if you've never been to Walt Disney World, it's one of these things, it's really quite hard to explain if you've never been there, just the size of the place. It's not just a theme park. It's the size of Manchester, Greater Manchester. It's a whole area with multiple parks and, you know, landscapes and lakes and golf courses, and all this is all Disney World. So it's a massive operation. I'm just going to do his bow tie in red, I think. It's a massive operation. I'm sure if you ever go to Shayna in Colourland, she works in the Magic Kingdom, not in the Magic Kingdom, in Hollywood Studios, but she does work for Disney. So I'm sure she sometimes comes along with her cast member tales. But shall I do his cane? Let's do the cane at the same time. But yeah, it's basically a 24/7 operation on a massive scale, and so it never really sleeps at Disney World. So yeah, sorry, that took me off on a bit of a tangent, didn't it? talking about British weather, a sunny day, onto snow, onto no snow, onto frost, onto buses in Disney World. Yeah. Of course, I didn't get my Disney fix this year because, well, actually, it wasn't even because of COVID. We'd actually decided to have a year off because usually I go to Disney World every year. I get an annual pass. We're DVC owners, which DVC is like basically a timeshare where you can stay on property. So yeah, we're in it for the long term, and but because we go every year quite frequently, we go quite long stretches of visiting on a yearly basis. That every now and again, when our annual pass drops. Because basically we always buy a year-long annual pass, and we'll buy it in, say, end of October one year, and then when we go back the second year, we'll go back in like early October. So we get 2 trips out of the one pass. That's how we get our money's worth. And so we actually made our decision to let our annual pass, when our annual pass dropped, we would use that as an opportunity to have a year off. Because we was a bit over Disneyed. Right, let's do, I think we'll do the wiggly lines and all that in pink. So thankfully it coincided. Oh, look at that blob. It's fine. I'm going to put some there and I'm going to scrape it off there. Because remember, this is going to go flat. It will flatten out, I hope. Let's smudge that down there. And yeah, so we was actually going to have a year off of Disney this year anyway. So that worked out well for once. I mean, we was going to do a cruise in Europe, so, it's not like we didn't lose out, because obviously cruise lines are up the creek without a paddle, shall we say, at the moment. Pardon pun. And I'll do that squiggly line. But yeah, at least we didn't lose out on our annual pass, because I think all they did was they just added months on the end of the annual pass for people who had it, which would have been no good for us. Well, I do hope that flattens down, because as 3D goes, do you know what, I've bought these and I've never used them, because when I swatched them I decided that I didn't like them very much. So hopefully, so I don't actually know how they'll work. I can't remember, it's such a long time ago since I swatched it. Right. Anyway, so yeah, talking about Florida, no Disney fix, and but we got our gingerbread man done. So yeah, let me bring that up to camera, because I always forget to do this, or sometimes I forget to do this. That is the pearl, so it should be quite shiny, but we'll see how it goes. But hopefully he might be a bit 3D frosting, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's the page as a whole. It's coming along. We're getting there. Right, so thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, give me a thumbs up. Sorry about the rabbit trail. Sometimes I never know what to talk about, and other times I just babble like a fool. So if you like the video though, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, which you probably are, because not many people are actually watching this video, which is a shame, but it's a busy time of year, so whatever. But yeah, I hope to see you all again tomorrow, and we'll do day 17. So we've got a nice bauble, so we'll probably pull out like these sort of metallic-y ones again to colour this one. I'm not sure what colour though. Something we've used elsewhere. Perhaps I'll go for that blue again because I quite like that blue. Anyway, take care, have a great day, Merry Christmas, and see you again soon. Bye for now.